Rogers. From Bishop Canada, number 10, Brian Kalanish. From Carrick, number 11, Ivan Mansulich. From Deer Lakes, number 13, Ryan Gruden. From Burrow, number 15, Luke Fink. From Connellsville, number 20, Maddie Smith. From Deer Lakes, number 21, Mason Servone. From Carrick, number 21, Max Hagan. From Michigan, number 23, Aiden Mallett. From Elizabeth Ford, number 28, Aiden Motil. From Central Valley, number 29, Mikey Gray. From Connellsville, number 30, Nick Daniels-Nimitz. From Gateway, number 34, Bo Ritson. From Deer Lakes, number 36, R.J. Norkis. From Elizabeth Forward, number 50, Riley White. From Burrow, number 65, Cooper Price. From Burrow, number 88, Forrest Baird. And from Deer Lakes, number 97, Nikita Oleksienko. Your coaches for Team Burkett. From Burrow, Drew Burkett. Assistant coaches from Connellsville, Brett Smith. And from Carrick, Evan Sarakowski. All right, let's hear it for Team Burkett. Now for Team Raucous. From Gateway, number 2, Gavin Grant. From Morgantown, number 10, Gino Valenti. From Swickley Academy, number 10, C.J. Wright. From the Shannon, number 12, Brady Ligori. From Morgantown, number 13, Jacob Hollander. From Gateway, number 13, C.J. Evans. From Trinity, number 19, Jensen Phillips. From the Shannon, number 27, Sam Mezzanot. From Morgantown, number 31, Nico Quartzis. From Elizabeth Forward, number 35, Andrew Weir. From North, number 39, Brody Lyle. From Wilmington, number 56, Justin Gurman. From Morgantown, number 81, Aiden Shepard. From Trinity, number 81, Zach Giblets. From Trinity, number 83, Seamus Coyle. From Deer Lakes, number 83, Jacob Bradley. From Ringgold, number 86, From the Shannon, number 87, Kent Jones. From Knock, number 92, Nick Olshansky. From Morgantown, number 92, Lincoln Cox. And from Elizabeth Ford, number 94, Cam Thompson. The head coach for Team Raucous is from Morgantown, Rob Raucous. Assistant coaches from Ringgold, Brady Parkinson. And from Knock, Nick Menton. Today's referees are Cody Straits and Joe Litz. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your class of 2025 PIHL Class Q2 All Stars. At this time, we ask you to please rise as you're able, remove your hats and helmets, and direct your attention to the flags beside the scoreboard and above the main entrance for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say doth that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
Thank you, Austin McLean, and thank you, Jeff Jimerson. The first of 5 PIHL All Star games on this sunny Sunday from the RMU Island Sports Center about to get underway. And we are joined at the moment by our good friend Brian Mitchell. Hello, Mitch.
How's it going, Mr. Popchalk?
It's going very well, and yourself?
It's All-Star Sunday. It's always a great day here at the RMU Island Sports Center.
Pittsburghers hear it ad nauseum, but it is indeed a great day for hockey, and we're going to get a lot of it over the next 7-ish to 9 hours. And we begin with the Division II game. Teams consisting of players not just from the school district on their jerseys, but from really a melting pot of school districts being represented today. That's the whole idea of the co-op programs. And so we're just about set to go. Getting the nod initially in goal for Team Burkett will be representing Burrell, Cooper Price. And getting the nod in goal for Team Gold, or Team Raucous, if you will, off to our left, will be Brody Lyle, the underclassman from Knock. Lyle was very sharp in a game earlier this season for the Knights against Bishop Canavan that we saw on TenbandTV. And speak of the devil, it's the two number 13s who we talked about during the pregame skate, Hollander and Grundon, centering the starting lineups for both teams and getting set for the opening faceoff. a pregnant pause before the start of game number 1 today. And we hope to be visited during the afternoon throughout, really, by a number of the college club hockey coaches that have come here to scout and potentially offer some of these players that they're going to be looking at here today. A big club hockey scene in Western PA, sometimes flies under the radar, but a lot of good college club programs here in the area.
Yeah, I've already talked to RMU and West Virginia and Cal U. Unfortunately, none of them want to sign me, but some of these players out there they might be interested in getting. But they're going to stop on and check in with you during the day, and they're going to talk with everybody and make sure you know what their programs are about. I
thought everybody needed a goaltender these days.
Not a 38-year-old goaltender about to be 39 at this point.
Hollander is checked by Grundon in the corner, and the blue team plays the puck near side with it. It's Luke Mink of Burrell. On to Bo Ritson of Gateway defensively. Up to Forrest Baird. Baird had a big goal for the Bucks in that Division II championship game last spring. What an exciting contest we remember that being, and we'll have the Division II playoffs and championships again this year on TenbandTV. More on that to come over the next month. Shot by Shepard is blocked, and it comes in on Price, who makes the save on the follow-up. Hollander and company trying to clear. Baird up to center, has Grundon on his right, goes that way. Grundon from the right circle was poke-checked immediately by Kent Jones, the Neshannock product. Aiden Moteal of Elizabeth forward, waiting to congregate with the rest of his line mates here as this cross-ice pass intended for his Elizabeth forward teammate Riley Wright is errant, and the resulting shot goes high off the glass. Jones plays it to the corner for Sam Mezzanotte. Mezzanotte, typically the focal point of that Neshannock attack. The Lancers, a new-look team this season. They were hit very hard by graduation last year after winning their 3rd Division II championship in a 4-year span. Ligori from the corner resetting. That pass too heavy for Jones. No icing. Lyle leaves his net to play it. And deliberately he will try to play it up the boards, but that was an errant pass attempt. Justin German, the Wilmington Greyhound, for Jones. At center, it's going to be touched by R.J. Norkus, the Deer Lakes Lancer, for Moteal. Moteal up to Norkus, left wing side. Drop pass for Rogers. Rogers had a man cutting to the net. That was Mason Servone. And here comes Team Gold in transition. Snapshot on Price, wide of Price, taken by the Trinity Hiller, Seamus Coyle. Olshansky to the corner, Max Hagen, the Carrick Cougar, up the boards to Servone. Interesting to see players that would normally play on the same PIHL team in some instances playing against each other, as some of the teams with bigger all-star representations today have been split up.
Yeah, that's one of the things you look at these rosters. You got a lot of these players playing against each other. I mean, some of them have done it in their travel teams and such, but, you know, growing up playing against somebody in the all-star game is pretty fun. It's awesome to see this grouping. Like, you have 4 Hillers out there with a goaltender starting in this series right now.
Behind the net, it's Aiden Millay, the Bishop Canavan captain. The Crusaders, again, well represented. Last year, the top team in Division II. This year, they are playoff bound once again. Second best team in Division II Gold as it's redirected in on Lyle and loose. The save is made. The follow-up try. Unable to ram it home was Brian Kalanish. One-timer in front intended for Millay. Lyle has to scramble to the far post to make the save, and the Crusader crew are buzzing.
I want to touch base on something we talked about on Monday, but also is going to show here. You're talking about teams like Neshannock able to bring many All-Stars to this game. Trinity bringing many All-Stars. Morgantown, #1 team in the league. We talked about this on Monday, how teams are starting to build in their programs, not just at the varsity level, but underneath. These kids are able to step up because they're using the same programs, using the same system, setups. And it's really good to see. Those are the teams you're starting to see rise to the top.
Sometimes it's just a matter of time. Right out in front. Team Blue scores. Ivan Mankulik, the Kara Cougar, nuzzles that nylon. And we have our first goal with 12:50 remaining in period one.
Just able to tip that one up over Lyle's glove. Nice little goal there.
This is something also you don't see every day. Both benches get involved in the silly line after goals because, again, they're all buddies out there. It's an all-star game. They know each other, and game respects game, I guess.
Team Burkett goal scored by number
Lincoln Cox, the Morgantown netminder, specifically got in on the goal silly line. Mankulik, the goal scorer for Team Burkett.
and number 23, Aiden Mallet.
Kalanish and Malay, the dynamic duo for Bishop Canavan, assist on the Mankulik tally.
Then Solich from Kalanish and Mallet at 12:50.
Face-off coming up to Lyle's right. Controlled by the gold team, or Team Raucous, as it was called in pregame. Evans, the gateway captain over the attacking line, surrounded immediately by dark jerseys. And here comes Team Burkett in transition. One of Drew Burkett's players, Luke Mink, fires this puck wide, representing the Borough Buccaneers. Ritson, unable to get it deep. It's sent up the boards by Cam Thompson, the EF Warrior. Matty Smith of Connellsville exiting his own zone. Now Team Burkett has to reset one more time with Mink still out there. Burkett's team in the middle of completing a line change as it's stolen by Shepard. Aiden Shepard across the line, centering pass and deflected just wide by Price. Good effort there by Gino Valenti, who had a goal in last year's All-Star game. Price with a flashy glove save there on Hollander from distance. And play is whistled dead. Second consecutive All-Star appearance for Cooper Price of the Borough Bucks, among the top 4 netminders statistically in Division II. And he'll make another save off the face-off. Price, 11 wins on the season in 652 minutes of action, 195 goals against, 881 save percentage, 2 shutouts. Baird trying to outmaneuver German. To the net it comes, and it's buried at the side of the net by one of the Deer Lakes Lancers. Team Burkett takes a 2-0 lead. And it is Mason Cervone with the fine how do you do for Brody Lyle.
Just able to shuffle that one across the paint and throw that one behind Lyle. Make it 2-0 here for Team Burkett.
Deer Lakes the last couple seasons has been a very skilled, very explosive team, and they're in the thick of the playoff race again this season after reaching the Division II semifinals last season. Price with a save at the far right.
Scored by number 21, Mason Cervone. Assisted by number 88, Forrest Baird. Time to the goal, 11-13.
It's an all Alley Valley goal for Team Burkett.
At 11-13.
Cervone from Baird officially. Played near side by Baird, surrounded by a slew of Morgantown Mohawks. Aiden Shepard, the one with the puck, looking for Valenti behind the net. He's dispossessed instead by Norcus. Rob Raucous getting his terrific trio out here to try to get his team on the board, approaching the 10-minute mark of period one. Valenti is pilfered by Cervone, the goal scorer. Shepard gets it right back before he has his stick lifted. Good aggressive play there by Baird. Motil and his defensive partner Wright retreating and resetting. Up to Baird now. Team Burkett in the middle of a line change. And the puck goes out of play.
It's always hard in these contests because you don't want to play too hard against your teammates and or, you know, your opponents, because it is an exhibition all-star game. But it seems like they're having a little bit of fun out there against each other. You can see the camaraderie after they come off the ice.
And they know they're being watched, so they want to put on a show for these fans, not just for their parents, but for some of the coaches from college programs that are looking at these games.
Yep, I'm going to go up and talk to them here in a couple minutes, so I might pop off of here with you, Mr. Popchalk. I'll see you in a little bit, all right? It's
been great to see you again, Brian Mitchell, and we'll be seeing you all day and night pretty much here on the island.
I'll be sleeping here.
It feels that way.
See you in a bit.
Brian Mitchell here, the PIHL media liaison on All Star Sunday here from the RMU Island Sports Center. Ligori out in front, too many sticks in the way. And what a save there by Price, and it's put over top of Price by Ligori. Ligori unable to finish what his line mate started as Mezzanotte tries to keep it inside the zone, but Team Raucus is offside. Jacob Bradley, the Deer Lakes defenseman, really got that scoring chance started with a good keep in the high slot area. Bradley's going to stay on here for the white team, so to speak, Team Raucus. Mikey Cray up to Kalanish. Kalanish skating wide. Kalanish behind the net, deflected out in front. Cray unable to ram it home. Maddie Smith from distance, never made it through. Follow-up try, Lyle, the kick save. The rebound is put just wide. Cray unable to finish as he struck the far post on the side of the net for that matter. Team Raucus in transition. Olshansky offside, just a little bit ahead of Bradley. Nick Olshansky, the Knock Knights' top scorer this season. Knock, another one of those fringe playoff teams that we're certainly going to have to keep an eye on as we enter the final month of regular season play. Midpoint of this first period, Team Burkett, the team in dark jerseys with the 2-0 lead. Cray plays it wide. And it'll come now to Coyle. Coyle got it as far as the blue line before it was taken over by Smith and company. Maddie Smith up the right wing, trying to come off for a change here. Grundon applying some pressure there on Olshansky. Olshansky flying up through center now. Olshansky poke checked in the left circle by Wright. And it comes free to Grundon. Kalanish counterattacking for Team Burkett. Olshansky again at center, crisscrossing with Coyle. Coyle on the off wing, chased by Mink defensively. Coyle trying to find support. He has a man down the middle. That's Zach Gilbitz, and it's taken by Grundon. Grundon has a clear path to goal. Grundon shoots, scores! Ryan Grundon goes upstairs, and these pretzels are making me thirsty. 3-0 in favor of Team Burkett with just over 7 to go in the first period. Again, the Deer Lakes contingent contributes offensively in the Division II All-Star game. Gearman defensively, representing Wilmington, a Lawrence County area co-op program. Motil cuts it out at center. Centering pass for Cervone. Cervone on goal, looking for his second of the afternoon. That's denied by Lyle. Shot from distance. Goes high and wide from the stick of Norcus.
Team Burkett goal scored by number 13.
C.J. Evans trying to clear the zone. Norcus for Cervone. Cross ice it comes.
Goal 708. Grundon unassisted at 708.
Riley Wright
My apologies, I missed
keeps it inside the area. Gearman defensively behind his goaltender. Team Burkett playing very much on the front foot collectively here with a 3-goal lead. Thompson unable to play it outside the area. What a sequence here for Team Burkett. Mink firing just wide of Lyle's blocker. Team Raucous stymied late in the period in their own zone and finally get it back to neutral ice. Thompson, watched by Norcus, crosses the line, fires on Price. He makes a save. The rebound is dribbled in on Price, who will leave nothing to chance. And we told you Price's regular season numbers earlier. His counterpart in this first period, Brody Lyle, who was allowed the 3 goals. 638 minutes played for Lyle in the regular season, a 5-7-1 mark, 367 goals against, 886 save percentage. But don't let the numbers fool you. He's a goaltender who is used to seeing a high volume of shots, and he's a battler. Played very well, as I said, in that game against Canavan that we saw on TenbandTV, even though the Knights didn't get the result that evening. Lyle, in fact, ranked 5th overall in total saves made entering the All-Star break, as Price, here at the right side of the rink, makes a save on the distant shot. The PIHL News and Notes ticker at the bottom of your screen, presented by our friends at Soleiko Advisors. Special teams can decide a close hockey game, and the advisors at Soleiko Capital are a special team. Soleiko Advisors are leveraged by Soleiko Capital to help you take control of the game. They deliver practical solutions to the financial challenges faced by late-stage startup and growth companies. If your brand new business is booming and you're ready to expand, Soleiko Capital can give you the support you need to succeed. And Jake Hollander succeeds in burying that loose puck behind Cooper Price, and Team Raucous is finally on the board, in the final 5 minutes of period 1. The leading scorer in Division II, fittingly, leads the Morgantown contingent and gets the team in the white jerseys in the goal column. Hollander going to the dirty areas, and there wasn't a thing Price was able to do about that one. So it's a 3-1 game now in favor of the team in the dark jerseys, Team Burkett. Wraparound try in front. Lyle had to make a save there in tight. Hollander outletting for Shepard. It comes to Valenti. The Mohawk pair skating wide. Valenti trying to play it out in front. Price cutting out that pass before it could really be attempted.
Team Raucous goal scored by number 13, Jacob Hollander.
Gavin Grant, the Gateway blue liner, helps his team reset, and Grant has this puck coming over the line. Snapshot. That puck takes off on Cooper Price, but he knocks it aside with his blocker hand.
That's Hollander from Bradley.
Nico Kortsis. Turnover to Cray. Cray on goal. Lyle the save. Rebound. Score! Mikey Cray has Pac-Man fever following the bouncing disc all the way in behind Brody Lyle, and Team Burkett gets it back. What a play there by the Central Valley Warrior. Mezzanotte off the ensuing face-off for Team Raucous. Now in a 4-1 hole. Played out in front. One-timer save made by Price. That caught the post as well.
Number 29, Mikey Cray.
Motillo in transition.
Unassisted, time of the goal, 3:45. That's Cray. Unassisted at 3:45.
Grant plays it around the opposite side. Grant to Ligori. Caden Duran for Ligori to Mezzanotte. Mezzanotte off the side of the net. Couple of Neshannock Lancers out here for Team Maracas, Ligori dispossessed by Motil, and the puck comes free to Kalanish, who slips it up to Mink. Mink crisscrossing with Kalanish. Mink off balance shot. That's blocked by Kortsis. Riley Wright for Kalanish. Kalanish to the corner. Too far for Mankulik. Mankulik looking for a passing lane. Goes to Mink. Mink on goal. I'll take that, thank you very much, says Brody Lyle. 2.5 to go in the period as Drew Burkett changes lines. Rob Rockus evidently will do the same. Fired on Lyle. He makes the save. The rebound is put in by Mink. It just seemed like a matter of time before Mink was going to get on the board, and he does. Team Burkett in command 5-1 late in the first period. Coyle wins the ensuing face-off. Trying to drop it back to Olshansky. But Coyle was too well covered in the corner. Olshansky from the side of the net. Price was ready. German through a crowd save is made, and quickly pouncing on the rebound is Cooper Price. So Grundon, who had that breakaway goal earlier in the period, picks up another point on the assist on the Luke Mink tally. Mink 13 goals, 24 points for the Bucks in just 10 games entering the All-Star break. 13 points in his last 3 games alone. Bucks are starting to find their form, trying to finish what they started last year, falling just short of a championship in Division II. Played off the boards by Kent Jones, the Neshannock varsity veteran. Mink into the attacking zone one more time for Cervone. Cervone forcing the save from Lyle. Olshansky will bring it out in front. Up for Giblets. Behind the net for Olshansky. Olshansky has German open, tries to go there. German had a hard time handling that pass, which might have hit something on its way to him. Team Burkett counterattacking. Backhand try goes wide of Coyle. Hagen trying to catch him leaning the wrong way. As we approach the final minute of period 1. Outlet pass to Grundon. Grundon being chased by his own defenseman, tries to drag it around Bradley and lost the puck in the process. Desperation attempt from a bad angle was knocked aside easily by Lyle. Such is life in an all-star game for these players. Nothing quite like friendly competition, as Mitch noted earlier. Final half minute of the period. Grundon from the near side. Malay unable to get it on target. 15 seconds left. One last rush possibly for Team Maracas. Thompson across the line, lost the puck. Ritson in his own corner, chased by Thompson with 5 seconds left. Stolen by the Sewickley captain, C.J. Wright, representing the Panthers here today as their lone ambassador, and that'll do it. An all-star game typically brings goals, and goals we had in period 1, 6 of them altogether. 5 belong to the team in the dark jerseys. It's 5-1, Team Burkett in favor over Team Maracas. Matt Popchuk here for All-Star Sunday on TenbandTV and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is locally owned and operated and focused on serving the community. Play It Again Sports buys, sells, and trades used and new sports equipment and fitness gear and passes along the savings to you. Their large inventory, customer service, and wide selection of major brands will keep you coming back for years. Open 7 days a week. Visit them on 6041 Route 30 or visit them online at playitagainsports.com/locations/Greensburg-PA. Cam Thompson fires into the glove of the new goaltender for Team Burkett, and that would be Connellsville's Nick Daniels-Nimick. Daniels-Nimick 9-6 on the regular season, a .213 goals against average, .896 save percentage, 2 shutouts. Falcons, one of a number of Division II teams chasing a playoff spot. Luke Mink had a goal in period 1 for Team Burkett, which leads 5-1 over Team Raucus. The team in the dark jerseys leading the team in the white jerseys. That's what you need to know, basically. No icing as Daniels-Nimick leaves his net to play it and kind of dummies the play to Bo Ritson. Evans with a misplay there at center ice. Rogers oncoming. And from the corner, Grant up through center, dispossessed by Baird. Baird for his fellow Burrell Buccaneer, Luke Mink. Mink up to right over the attacking line for Mink, for right. Save made by Andrew Weir, the new Team Raucus goaltender, and Weir will freeze it for a faceoff. Weir, a 3-4 record in 356 minutes of regular season action. .870 save percentage. Gino Valenti with space now in the left circle. Valenti cross ice pass for Hollander. Hollander puts it just wide of Daniels-Nimick. Hollander, the only goal scorer thus far for Team Raucus, that close to a second. Norcus defensively. That pass finds the tape of Grundon. Grundon, who scored on a first period breakaway for Team Burkett, centers it for Norcus. Norcus out in front. Backhand try in on Weir, never made it there. Servone to the point for Motil. Lead pass now for Valenti. Valenti all by himself. Valenti shoots, he scores! The Captain makes it happen for Team Raucus. And the other Gino Machino makes it a 5-2 game, Brian Mitchell.
I just jumped on here. I was talking to Chris Chizuano, the head coach for Avonworth, just about 5 seconds before that goal was scored. Saw the breakaway develop. That was a beautiful pick of the corner.
It certainly was. And speaking of beautiful, Chris Chiasano, it's good to see him again. And the Lopes are kicking some butt in Class A this year. They've clinched a playoff berth, and we'll be seeing them in the springtime.
What was their nickname again?
The Lopes. Oh, don't you dare.
There we go.
It is on. Here's Shepard. I walked right into that one. I deserve that.
Oh, a little callback.
Daniels-Nimick making the save.
Yeah, but they're single A, and we're talking about double A, I mean 2A, sorry, D2 here. It's been me running around talking to everybody today.
Quite all right.
But this has been an entertaining game so far. These two teams just opened it up and let each other show what they can do for these scouts and coaches. And
the Division II circuit is notorious for producing high offensive totals, high-scoring games, teams that just fill the net a lot, and this is consistent with that.
Absolutely.
Hagen across the line. Save made by Weir at the far post. The Carrick alternate captain in the corner for Aiden Millay to Mankulik, who had the first goal for either team today. Millay for his Canavan teammate Kalanish. That pass eventually finds Hagen. Hagen's slap shot goes off a couple of sticks and skates and whatnot before it's skated up the left wing by Caden Duran. Duran forcing the save from Daniels-Nimick. Of course, Duran's claim to fame is that golden goal in overtime against Bishop Canavan a couple seasons ago in the D2 final. Durand captaining the Rams this season, who are in a seesaw battle for Neshannock for a sectional title. Mink and Durand. Speaking of Durand, go at it at the face-off dot. Durand wins that one to the Wilmington captain, German. Cray can't hang on to that puck. It comes out in front, intended for Mezzanot. Hagen takes the deflection and plays it up the near boards. Baird unable to clear. Hagen taking his time in the corner once again. Regains possession. He's chased by Ligor. Mink through center over the line has Baird as a trailer. Mink to the corner. It deflects off the side of the net. Good defensive stick there by Jones. Ritson from inside his own blue line, surveying the play. Just beyond the reach of Baird, no icing. 5 minutes into period 2. Baird out in front, letting it go to Matty Smith. Smith firing wide of Weir. Ligori above the right circle. Save made by Daniels Nimick. The Neshannock trio trying to get Team Raucous back in it. They trail Team Burkett 5-2. We've had a Morgantown Mohawk score in this period. That was Gino Valenti not long ago. Icing on Team Raucous. Mason Servone, another goal-getter earlier today, on to take this face-off for Team Burkett. And it deflects outside the zone. Smith giving chase, followed by Olshansky. Ritson, the gateway gator, up the near boards, intended for Grundon. Grundon had a first period breakaway goal for Team Burkett. And a host of Lancers on here for either side. Bradley defensively against regular teammates, Servone and Grundon. Olshansky up the left wing. Olshansky dispossessed by Servone. Near side, it's Giblets, cross ice for Bradley. Team Raucous trying to get a cycle going here as we approach the 10-minute mark of period 2. It should be noted, in case you missed pregame, that there will be no ice cut during the games, only between contests here tonight. Jitson from behind his own net. Ritson, excuse me. Up to Grundon. Grundon. Nice move there. Grundon on Weir. He makes the save. The rebound is overskated. Weir has to make a hasty save there again, and he does. Giblets across the line. Giblets fires hard off the blocker hand of Daniels Nimick. Turnaround try by Coyle. Another loud save from the Connellsville Falcon.
Both these goaltenders putting on a show here in this period so far.
Some good end-to-end action and between the pipes action as well, as Norcus has it for Team Burkett. Bradley up to the other number 83, Seamus Coyle. Dropping for Olshansky. Olshansky's shot save made, rebound, score! Seamus Coyle tucks it inside the near post, and we've got a 2-goal game with 9:17 to go in period 2.
I will say it is really nice to see the members of the Trinity Hillers out there having a good time and a great game, because that program has had a couple down years recently, and it has been a great turnaround for them this season. New coach, of course, former Montour coach Clay Shell, head of that program now down at Princescape. So gonna hopefully good things here for the Trinity Hillers in the future.
And the rebuild certainly hasn't happened overnight, but they've had some noticeable victories this season as they try to climb out of the basement in that gold division and get into the playoff hunt. Coyle is having a nice season individually for the Hillers. 16 goals in 15 games, 23 points overall to lead that club. Midway through the second period, and it's a 1-goal game now as Evans buries from between the eyes. The Gateway Gators have entered the chat. Team Burkett now leads Team Ruckus 5-4. Gators back in the league in the PIHL after a 7-year absence. Rejoining the league as a co-op this season. And that's a historic program, Gateway, a school that had fielded, that had iced, I should say, a varsity team for many, many years before that program finally had to shutter for a period of time. So it's nice to see them back involved as well.
Yeah, I have a soft spot for the Gateway Gators. My first game that I ever covered in the PIHL. Sarah Catholic at Gateway, a single-A game at what was Center Ice Arena, Princescape Arena, Hell Palmer Ice Arena back in 2000, and I want to say 13.
Oh, wow.
Roman Kramer played for the Sarah Catholic Eagles.
There's a name
game
for you, especially given the venue.
Yep.
Malay unable to beat Weir.
So, they hold a soft spot in my heart. I'm sad that I haven't been able to cover a game of theirs this season.
And the offense continues to come fast and furious in this first game. A total of 9 goals scored now at the midpoint. Team Ruckus on a 3-goal run to get right back in it here. With a lot of time left, Hollander over the attacking line, chased by Hagen. Draw pass, and Daniels Nimick the save. Rebound controlled by Shepard. Shepard off the stick of Mink, and somehow it stays in play. Jack Lyons, Canavan's alternate captain, saucers this one up to Mink. Mink on the right wing, nice little toe drag maneuver there. Weir the save, the rebound is punched over top the bar. Wouldn't have counted anyway. Mink draws the double team at center. Valenti just kind of casually backhands it into the Team Burkett zone. Shepard at center. Shepard over the attacking line. Shepard driving the net. Hollander trying to catch up to that puck. Lyons messing with his mojo. Mink right up the middle, drifting to his right, but Team Burkett is offside. Temple's strength and sport performance is a contemporary mindset and physical fitness and coaching paradigm developed by W. Temple Haynes of Jefferson Hills, PA, a former athlete, martial artist, master, and transformation specialist. Are you ready to get stronger physically and mentally? Call now to get started. 412-527-1755. Book now and get 10% off your first session. Treat your body like a temple at Temple Strength and Sport Performance, a proud new sponsor of PIHL Hockey on TenbandTV. And thank you to our entire Tenband and Trib Live High School Sports Network crews for their exceptional teamwork today, making sure that we don't burn the building down here on Neville Island. Game 1 of 5, the Division II All-Star game is what you're looking at live right now. The first of 2 Class 1A All-Star games will follow. Mezzanot up the middle. On goal, save made by Daniels Nimick, and unable to catch up to the rebound was Duran. German from right point, wide of Nimick's glove. Grundon with space up the right side. Has Craig going to the net, tries to go there. Craig couldn't take the pass. Grundon on his backhand, stopped by Weir. And Weir's pitching a shutout here in period 2. Two-line pass intended for Coyle. Olshansky and Coyle not on side. Coyle now able to enter the attacking zone. Steal by Team Burkett. Here's Norkus trying to go to Cervone, his Deer Lakes teammate. Olshansky in transition for Team Maracas. Olshansky out in front behind the intended target, Giblets. Norkus dispossessed by Coyle. Out in front it comes. Daniels Nimick the save in tight on Giblets. Final 5 minutes of the middle period. All 3 goals in this period scored by Team Maracas. They trail by 1 as that eludes the glove hand of Nick Daniels Nimick. Kalanish at center. The big power forward unable to get around the big defenseman, Kent Jones. Kalanish going to try one more time, but Jones ties him up at center. Giblets pulls up between the circles, fires wide. Olshansky the rebound at the side of the net. Daniels Nimick forced to make the save. Kalanish resetting to Cervone, who dumps it in on Weir. Kalanish wants to come off for a line change here. Some fresh personnel coming on, and it's an ill-advised change as Giblets is able to find Coyle. Team Maracas had numbers, but they couldn't make anything of it. Team Burkett able to recover defensively. Here's Mankulik in the attacking zone, off a skate and out of play. And we told you about the Gateway Gators earlier. The Gators are going to be in action against Bishop Canevin for their next game on Monday. C.J. Evans, who had that last goal for Team Maracas, 17 tallies to lead the Gators this season, to go with 29 points in 16 total games. And you talk about the Gators being one of those nostalgia clubs. How about Sarah Catholic? They were a perennial power for years in Class A before numbers forced them to become a co-op with Elizabeth Forward. Thompson dumps it in for Team Maracas. Hagan and Thompson pushing and shoving in the far corner. Mankulik representing Carrick, like Max Hagan. Hagan up to Millay. Millay for Baird. Baird had trouble finding that puck at his feet. That allows Evans to play it defensively for Team Maracas as time winds down in period 2. Stolen by Mink. Mink with through. Mink shoots it wide. Mink had all day and night to fire that puck, but couldn't hit the target. Evans over the attacking line. Dropping for C.J. Wright. Blocker saved by Daniels Nimick. Baird up to Mink. Team Maracas completing a line change as Mink crosses the blue line. Had Mankulich up ahead of the play. Now Mink has to reset. Outlet pass beyond the reach of Grundon. Icing on the team in dark jerseys, Team Burkett. This faceoff ultimately comes to the far corner. Valenti to the opposite corner for Shepard. It's pulled out of there by Maddie Smith. Smith leading it for Grundon. Grundon to the goal. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Ryan Grundon finally gets one back for Team Burkett. His second goal of this PIHL Division II All-Star game. His 32 regular season goals lead the co-op circuit. And he's strutting his stuff here on the island today. Team Burkett 6, Team Maracas 4 inside of 2 minutes to go in period 2 as we have an offside call against the team in the dark jerseys, Team Burkett. Hollander firing on Daniels Nimick, looking for his second. And Daniels Nimick with the denial.
Team Burkett goal scored by number 13, Ryan Grundon.
Grundon across the attacking line. He's poke checked by Nico Kortsis. Kortsis, a last-minute addition to last year's All-Star game. This year, a proper nominee. Shepard weaving his way over the line, near side for Grant. Gavin Grant on the off wing off the side of the net. Valenti has the rebound for Team Raucous as we approach the final minute of period 2. In the corner, it comes around for Valenti. The Morgantown trio on here. One-timer put just wide by Shepard. Turnaround attempt by Hollander. That's broken up. Grant from an angle. Final 45 of the period. Good cycle here by Team Raucous. Up to Jones it'll come. Jones trying to go back down low to Hollander. It's broken up by Rogers. Alex Rogers, the Wilmington Greyhound, getting tied up, and we're going to get a whistle and a stoppage here as Rogers goes rogue. Jones's helmet dislodged. And we get something of an unusual occurrence, a penny power play in an all-star game. And this power play belongs to Team Raucous. Penny is Pennsylvania's official healthcare marketplace. Visit Penny, PENNIE.com today to see if you qualify for enrollment. Follow them on social media at Penny PA. With half a minute to play in period 2, this penny power play will carry over to period 3, barring a goal by the team in white, Team Raucous.
Team Burkett penalty number 7, Alex Rogers, 2 minutes for holding. Time of the penalty, 31
Boarding the official indication against Rogers.
at 31 seconds.
Team Burkett gets to clear. Norcus doing the honors for Team Burkett. Ligori to Duran. Duran left circle out in front. Jones unable to accept that pass cleanly. And again, Norcus clears it as the buzzer sounds. The Division II All-Star Game for the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League has been most entertaining, and from these co-op programs, we would expect little else. Some good ebbs and flows in this one, as the team in the dark jerseys, Team Burkett, leads the team in the white jerseys, Team Raucous, by a 6-4 score. Team Raucous has a minute 30 of penny power play time with which to work. When we come back, it's PIHL All Stars Sunday on TenbandTV and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. I'm Matt Popchalk. Stick around. Period 3 is a go in the 2025 PIHL Division II All-Star Game. The team in the dark jerseys, Team Burkett, leading the team in the white jerseys, Team Maracas, by a 6-4 score. We'll tell you about the new goaltenders in a moment. Team Maracas, at the moment, is on the penny power play for another minute 5. But here's a steal and a shorthanded chance for R.J. Norcus, who stays on for this penalty kill. And he's denied by Lincoln Cox of the Morgantown Mohawks. Again, more on him in a moment. Jones up through center. Jones 1 against 3, dropping for Ligori. Bunch of Neshannock Lancers on here for Team Rockets, and a steal by Servone. Servone had the second goal of the game for Team Burkett, and he tries to put the body into Jensen Phillips of the Trinity Hillers. Phillips ducking around that check, but now has to go retrieve this puck with help from Jones, who's spun off the puck by Servone. Good penalty kill here to begin the period by Team Burkett, and a retaliation call forthcoming, tripping the indication. And it's Jones who's going to go off here. So the Neshannock senior will feel shame for 2 minutes and then get free. We'll play 4-on-4 for 20 seconds, and then Team Burkett, for the first time, will go on the penny power play. 4-on-4 in an all-star game. Now, we only have 20 seconds of 4-on-4, but the hockey gods only know what can happen under those conditions. That shot by Malay off the face-off, ricocheted off a skate and dribbled wide. Rogers getting set to come out of the box as Hagen has this puck for Team Burkett. Hagen out here for Mankulik. Turned over to Coyle, who has a goal in this game for Team Maracas. And Rogers will step right out onto the ice, and it's a penny power play for Team Burkett. Mankulik speeding up the right wing. Mankulik to the goal. Mankulik in front. Burial! Rogers pulls a Lloyd Christmas and totally redeems himself on the penny power play to make it 7-4 in favor of Team Burkett. Just a perfect pass right on the doorstep, and Cox couldn't do anything about it. Rogers, 8 goals and 15 points in 13 games to lead the Greyhounds this season. Kalanish sandwiched as he crosses the blue line. Mink and Baird backing him up. Baird from the circle, just missing the blocker hand of Lincoln Cox. Cox, the leading goaltender in the Division II classification, a 10-0 record coming into the All-Star break, a 190 goals against average, 893 save percentage, and 1 shutout. Cox among the league leaders in goaltender wins coming into the final weekend of January. Giblets knocked off that puck by Hagen. Cox's counterpart is a Deer Lakes Lancer, Nikita Alexienko, who comes into the All-Star break with a 6-1 record, a 205 goals against average, 938 save percentage, and 1 shutout of his own, and he makes the save there on Seamus Coyle. Coyle gets the puck back after it deflected off of Alexienko's armpit. Near side, Forrest Baird. Baird centering for Kalanish. Kalanish, back-to-back 20-goal seasons for the Crusaders, who are playoff-bound once again. Coyle around a man. Coyle to goal. Alexienko the save. Alexienko comes well off his line to poke check that puck. And Olshansky from an angle tried to hit the vacated net. And Alexienko had to take out his own man to make that play as he swallows up this shot from Grant, the other Gateway Gator on the ice. Bo Ritson was trying to slide across in desperation to block the bad angle shot attempt from Olshansky and ended up getting the worst of that, but is no worse for the wear. Waiting in the wings, Matt Vandriak and company, Bob Orkowitz in the house as well. They'll have the Class 1A All-Star games for you after this one. And again, thank you to our friends at Trib Live High School Sports Network for their great cooperation today, bringing you live coverage of PIHL All Star Sunday all day and all night here at the RMU Island Sports Center inside the Clearview Arena. Grant plays it inside the line. Servone wide of goal. Lincoln Cox watching it go by. CJ Wright defensively. Norcus pinching to take it for Team Burkett, which leads by 3 goals in this All-Star game. Ritson from distance, that save made by Cox. Norcus the rebound for Grundon. Grundon trying to tee it up, he can't. Good support there of their goaltender by Evans and Grant, the Gateway Gator pairing. And Cox, under extreme duress, is able to cover that puck inside the crease. Well, no matter how many goals are scored in this or any of the other All-Star games, we at TenbandTV know the most important goal is self-care. Scan the Weight Loss Direct QR code on your screen through any PIHL Hockey Night Live broadcast on TenbandTV to save $50 off your own personal weight loss program. And thank you to Weight Loss Direct for sponsoring another season of PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV. Cox aggressively covering that puck to force another face-off. Grant on the face-off. Stolen by Cray. Cray trying to go out in front to Rogers, who has a power play goal in this period. Valenti in transition. Valenti and Team Maracas went on a 3-goal run to make it a 1-goal game. And Team Maracas has scored again. Aiden Shepard, another member of that Morgantown Mohawk posse, burying that one behind Alexienko, and it's 7-5. Under 12 to go in regulation. 4 of the 5 players on the ice on that shift were Morgantown Mohawks. #1 team in Division II coming into the All-Star break. Hollander forcing the save from Alexienko. On the follow-up by Jones, Alexienko swallows it in his logo. Shepard on the face-off against Mankulik. Jones inside the line, forcing the blocker save from Alexienko, and the rebound is ultimately controlled by Cray. German for Shepard, up to Valenti. The Morgantown contingent staying out here for Rob Baracus. Rogers defensively for Team Burkett. Motil for Mikey Cray. Cray underneath Mankulik. From the point, Riley Wright couldn't keep it inside the zone. Shepard taking his time clearing. He'll reset with German. Hollander, poke check by Rogers. Rogers wide of Lincoln Cox's glove. Mankulik on goal, Cox the save. German up to Valenti for Shepard. For Hollander, cross ice. Hollander down the middle for Shepard. Shepard's turnaround try. Alexienko, I believe, interrupted that one. Jones through a crowd. Alexienko the save. Lancers blessed with some good goaltending the last couple of years between Aaron Haney last season as a senior and Alexienko, the newcomer this season. Lyons dribbles it on goal. It's still loose. Mankulik forcing the save. Malay, hey, what do you say? 8-5, Team Burkett. The Bishop Canavan captain is on the board with 10 minutes left. Such a tough senior season for Malay. It began with that early season concussion, missed a ton of time, but has come back in the lineup for Bishop Canavan within the past month and wasting no time, making his presence felt in Eric Glover's lineup. And he has a goal now on All-Star Sunday. It's an 8-5 game in favor of the team in the dark jerseys, Team Burkett. Baird fishes that puck off the board, centering pass for Kalanish. Kalanish trying to set up Hagen. Good gap control there by Mezzanot.
Number 23, Aiden Mallet. Assisted by number 11, Ivan Mankiewicz. And number 10, Ryan Kalanish.
Bradley's attempt blocked. Malay might have a shot at another if he can outrace Phillips. He does. Malay to the goal, tries to slip it by Cox, and Cox makes back-to-back saves with Malay right in his grill. Now, these things are never easy for goaltenders, these All-Star games, but they're trying to show out too as best they can. Mezzanot over the attacking line for Ligore as we approach the midpoint of period 3. Lions up to Mink. Duran at center. Team Burkett completing a line change as Hagen plays it for that team. Hagen from center. Wide of the glove hand of Lincoln Cox. Matty Smith retreating. Up to Mink. Norkus stood up by Bradley. Coyle trying to get the counterattack going for Team Raucous. Giblets over the line. Giblets has Coyle as a trailer. Coyle shooting. I'll take that! Thank you very much! From Russia with love, Nikita Alexienko. Now, no love for Seamus Coyle anyway. Easily the best save of the game by any of the 6 netminders we've seen. And the score remains 8-5. Turnaround try. That's swept out of there defensively by Ritson. Olshansky behind the net. And we get a stoppage as the net behind Alexienko has become dislodged. First such issue we've had in this first game. Off the face-off. Norkus trying to bring it back to center. It comes eventually to Grundon on the right wing. Grundon splits the defense. Grundon under pressure releases this puck, but right to Coyle. Olshansky with speed around Ritson. Olshansky on one hand driving the goal. Oh, Alexienko, had no idea where that puck was. Somehow he was able to keep it out. Grundon. Pressured by Giblets. Mink from the circle. Coyle near side for Grant. Team Ruckus has numbers. Gavin Grant toward goal. Blocker saved by Alexienko. The follow-up is denied by Alexienko. 2-on-1 now for Team Burkett. Norcus and Grundon. Grundon down the middle. He fires. Oh, what a save there by Lincoln Cox. And he gets a richly deserved attaboy from Gavin Grant. The Mohawks aren't the best team in Division II for nothing, folks. Lincoln's brother Cooper, one of the top scorers in Division II, along with John DeBartolomeo, who is not present today, but again, Morgantown has each of the top 3 scorers entering the All-Star break in Division II, a very rare feat at any level of the PIHL. It's been literally a generation since the last time we saw another team pull that off in the regular season, have each of the top 3 scorers. And the last team to do it was arguably one of the best teams in Pennsylvania history, really. Mankulik missing the top corner. Thompson over the attacking line, coming the other way, trailed by Jones. Jones at the side of the net for C.J. Wright, who's tied up by a pair of EF Warriors, Riley Wright and Aiden Motil. Mankulik wins the puck battle. He's hacked at by Jones. Mankulik forcing the stick hand save from Cox. Servone unable to keep it inside the line for long. C.J. Wright with a misplay. Here comes Mankulik with a chance. Mankulik makes his move. He shoots. He's stopped by Lincoln Cox. Just over 5 minutes left in regulation. Team Burkett in the dark jerseys leading Team Ruckus in the white jerseys by a score of 8-5. And it's been a most amusing start to All-Star Sunday here with a Division II game winding down. Again, we'll have 2 groups of Class 1A All-Stars playing in succession. Group 1 is underway next after an ice cut here on the island. Bradley, poke checked. Mikey Cray at center, couldn't handle it. Valenti to Malay. And near side it'll come now to Hollander. Hollander dropping back to Shepard. Shepard's shot is blocked. Baird up for Malay. Malay right circle. Malay out in front for Baird. Baird buries it. What an entry pass by Malay. And Forrest Baird makes it 9-5 in favor of Team Burkett. Well, the time for Eaton Park Chili has come and gone. We've had goal number 7 a while ago. We got to find something for goal number 9. I have a feeling those folks will be busy if this were an actual Penguin game. Grundon toward the cage. Cox the easy save. Aiden Shepard, who has a goal in this All-Star game, trailed by his Morgantown teammate Gino Valenti. Back up to Shepard, across the line for Hollander. Bradley resetting at center. Phillips, too far for Shepard. Lyons, cross ice for his defensive partner Hagan. Up it comes to Mink. Mink out in front, and you can break out the chapeaus for Ryan Grundon, baby. Team Burkett has doubled up Team Ruckus. Ryan Grundon, the leading goal scorer in D2 with goal number 3 on his All-Star Sunday. Might have just won the Jeep with that one, kid. Ligori over the line on the ensuing draw. Duran tries to pick the top corner. Alexienko had just enough of it covered. Caden Duran dispossessed by Hagen. Cross ice it comes to Grant. Grant from an angle out in front. Ligori, a little too much mustard on that shot as it goes up into the netting behind Alexienko. It's been a nice little Sunday afternoon for the Deer Lakes faithful. Norcus with an assist. Cervone with a goal. Grundon with 3 and 1 as he completed his hat trick moments ago. And Alexienko with some impressive saves for Team Burkett in this third period. Norcus has had a nice game defensively for Team Burkett. He's inside the blue line now, watching Matty Smith play this puck. Up to the left point for Norcus. Shot pass is put wide by Cervone, looking for his second goal of the day. Turnover to Smith. Minkulik in the corner, out in front. Cervone forcing the save from Cox. Gorgeous passing play by Minkulik. Better save by Lincoln Cox. Off the ensuing draw, Malay toward goal. Mikey Cray unable to catch up to it. Plucks it off the boards. Malay giving chase near side now in the final 2 minutes of regulation. Want to give a shout out before I forget to Jared Toddhunter of Toddhunter Productions, who will be doing the team photo after this All-Star game. Oh, what a kick save there by Alexienko on Coyle, looking for goal number 2 on his afternoon. Follow Jared on social media at Toddhunter Prods, and we want to thank him for his cooperation throughout All-Star Sunday, doing all the official still photography for the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League. From distance, and now from close range, Alexienko ready as he denies Olshansky after the initial attempt by Giblets. Side of the net, good save there by Alexienko, and the rebound is controlled by Team Burkett. And the Lancer fans are loving it. Numbers now for Team Roxas. Giblets, cross ice, Alexienko, another save! He's standing on every head he has with under a minute to play in regulation. Who says All-Star games don't matter to the goalies? Lincoln Cox, his counterpart, with a save at the other end. Half a minute to play. Giblets dispossessed by Baird. Mink on goal, Cox to save, trying to force the face-off, he can't, and it's bounded in by one of the Lancers from behind the goal. The score is now 11-5, and it's 4 on the floor for Ryan Grundon. Team Burkett will take the win from Team Raucus. The team in blue, the team in the dark jerseys over the team in the white jerseys, respectively. Evans on goal, another save for good measure by Alexienko. Baird on goal, Cox a save. Grundon tries to do it again. Did he? Not this time. Cox was wise to it. 2.5 ticks to talk. For formality's sake, another face-off in Team Raucous territory. Nikita Alexienko starring in goal in this third period. And Ryan Grundon, Division II's leading goal scorer with 4 for Team Burkett, which takes the 11-5 victory over Team Raucous. And Alexienko gets hockey hugs at the other end. Lincoln Cox exchanging high fives with his Team Raucous teammates at the opposite side. Thank you, Kazarowski family. En masse, Todd, Kennedy, and Finn. Thank you, Dylan Offerman. Thank you, Jess Levo, and our fine teammates at Trib Live High School Sports Network. Thank you, Austin McLean. Thank you, Jared Toddhunter. Thank you, Brian Mitchell. And thank you for watching and listening, and stick around because we are far from done here on All-Star Sunday. Next up is the first of 2 PIHL Class 1A All-Star games. Matt Vandriak and Bob Orkwes and company will have the call of that one. And later on, Chris Beddick will have the call of the Class 2A All-Star game, coming to us from the Latrobe Ice Cats Network. And I'll be back later tonight for the Class 3A game here on TenbandTV and Trib Live High School Sports Network. Once again, Team Burkett defeats Team Raucous in the Division II All-Star game by a final score of 11-5. I'm Matt Popchuk, and that's all she wrote for the moment here at the RMU Island Sports Center here inside the Clearview Arena. The Class 1A Group 1 All-Star game is next here on PIHL Hockey Night Live, special All-Star Sunday edition on TenbandTV and Trib Live High School Sports Network.